grief counseling services available for free as part of our opioid grant. If you would like free prevention, evidence-based lessons, or information, please call at 318-362-4617. Thank you.
Now y'all make some noise for your CHS cheerleaders! They both on there. Y'all make some noise for your CHS cheerleaders one more time. Make some noise for.
On today, we have many guest speakers. One of our speakers is Leslie Howgood. Leslie is a senior vocal performance major from Shreveport, Louisiana. Leslie was crowned as Miss ULM 2023. She serves as the official hostess of the university and advocates for her community service initiative, Finding the Advantage in Learning Disadvantages, where she advocates testing for learning disabilities for college-age students. Leslie will represent ULM in the Miss Louisiana competition this June in Monroe, which is part of the Miss America organization, the largest scholarship provider for young women in the country. Another speaker on today is Ms. Macy Epstein. Macy Epstein is a multifaceted, successful business mogul. She owns several opportunities and loves to share with others. She is also the founder of the local nonprofit Macy Outreach and loves giving back to her community.
Right. Good morning, everyone. Good. Are y'all excited to be here? Yeah, I'm excited. So I thought we could get started with a little icebreaker because I know it's Friday, it's almost the weekend. You probably are looking forward to sleeping in tomorrow. You've had testing, finals coming up, everything. So on the count of three, everybody in the room, I want you to stand up on your feet and clap 25 times, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3. A standing ovation already. Wow, thank you so much for the round of applause already. I appreciate it. Oh, so kind. All right, so I have a couple questions. I want everybody to raise their hand. Who in here has wanted to fit in and be cool? I'll raise my hand. None of you have wanted to fit in and be cool with your friends? Yeah? Okay. Have any of you ever felt peer pressure from your friends or anything to be cool? Yeah? I'll raise my hand again. Okay, who in here has given in to the peer pressure? I'll raise my hand too. How'd you feel after? How'd you feel after? All right. Maybe in the moment you felt pretty okay. You're like, oh, this is nice. But then really later down the line, you probably didn't feel too good about yourself. I know I didn't. because I compromised who I am and my self-control and who I can be. So everybody wants to be their best self, right? I feel like everybody in here would want to accomplish everything that they're supposed to accomplish and be who they want to be, right? When we talk about the greatest of all time, who are some of the greatest athletes of all time? Okay, I heard a lot of names. All right. They're some of the best athletes, the best they are at their profession. And they probably, well, if they gave in to peer pressure, the whole world knows about it. They also made many sacrifices along the way to be where they are, to not give in to that peer pressure. And they all had a dream too. So everybody in here has a dream. And I'm a vocal performance major, I'm a singer, and one of my dreams is to be on Broadway. And I know that I would not want anyone or anything getting in the way of my dream of being on Broadway. What are some of your dreams? Who has a dream in here? All right, shout it out. What are y'all's dreams? NBA. Okay, so there's a lot of dreams in here, right? And you wouldn't want to do anything that would prohibit you from accomplishing what you want to accomplish. So we're talking about underage drinking as well, and everybody will tell you don't do it, it's bad for you and everything, and then magically one day you turn 21 and then it's okay, right? Not necessarily. So instead of telling you, okay, don't underage drink, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't underage drink. What age do you think the brain stops developing? 25. The brain does not stop developing until you're 25 years old. So my brain is not even fully developed yet. And so when you underage drink, it can stop your brain from fully developing and can hurt your attention span, your decision making, your academic performance, and so much more. It hurts your brain so you can't succeed in that moment with the decisions you're making, but also down the line. It can also lead to you skipping school, being addicted to alcohol and other substances, and even dropping out. Certainly not being the greatest of all time. Certainly not chasing your dream and being who you're meant to be. In fact, underage drinking, it's leading you down a path that's really destructive. There are certainly a lot of temptations out there, right? Who's a senior? Who's about to graduate? Yeah, quite a bit of y'all. Yeah. Yay! So when you graduate, whether you're going to college or working, whatever it may be, there's going to be a whole wide world out there, and you're going to have a lot of options, and there are going to be a lot of temptations. And I know that when I got to college, it was a whole new world. I'm only from an hour and a half away from here, but my eyes were wide open to a lot of opportunity and things that you can do. But you have a choice to make, because decisions determine your destiny. Giving into peer pressure might be cool in the moment, but down the line it is not. And it can be a challenge giving in to, or not giving in to peer pressure and being excluded from activities and things because your friends want to participate or other people want to participate in it and you don't want to because you know it's not okay. But I'll tell you, giving into peer pressure and just being cool, it didn't give me a sash across my chest and a crown on my head. It won't give me my dream of being on Broadway, and so much more. And it certainly won't give any of you your dreams either. And not to sound a bit cliche, but if I could go back and tell my younger self one thing, if I could tell senior in high school Leslie, I would say, don't give up, one, but also don't give in. Because in the moment, it might be fun, and it might feel great, whatever, but really down the line, it doesn't. It affects you, one way or the other, whether you realize it the next morning, a week from then, or whatever it may be, it affects you, I promise. We all want to be our best self. So let's take charge, let's be the greatest of all time, and let's make decisions that will help us prosper and grow in the future. I so appreciated talking to y'all today, and I thank y'all so much for letting me be here.
Great day, great day.
Again, I'm NEDHSA, but I want to tell y'all a little bit more about me, okay? Because I am a product from these neighborhoods, okay? I am a product from Monroe City and Ouachita Parish school system. And I say both because I got put out of Monroe City school system, so I had to go to Ouachita Parish to finish my high school. And the reason why is because of some of the decisions that I decided to make as a teenager, okay, when I was y'all age. And those things were leading me down a path that would not help me succeed like I am in life today, okay? I come from a troubled home. I come from, poverty. I come from not having direction. I come from not having a mother there to guide me. I come from not having a father in my home. I come from children raising children, okay? I come from nights of no water. I come from days of no light. You know, I come from not even having soap to bath with or even underwear to wear to school, okay? I come from that. And many of you go to school with my daughter and it don't look like that. So I'm here to tell you what you go through doesn't determine what you'll be and what you'll become in life, all right? But it matters. It matters at some point, you know, you have to decide, what do you want for your life? Are you gonna let those circumstances that you may have been born into, that you had no control over, are you gonna allow them to dictate your future? Are you gonna allow them to control you? Are you gonna allow negative influence to hurt you? It was a coach that told me, make sure you got so much potential, which I knew, because I always talked about being the greatest. I always talked about doing things, but my actions were not matching up with my dreams. And I tell grown people that, you know, your desires, you can have the desires of your heart, but you have to be able to follow them up with action, okay? So I'm telling y'all the same thing I tell my daughter, who's y'all age, who go to school with y'all, okay? Don't cheat yourself out of a quality of life, all right? There's always gonna be somebody, somewhere willing to help you get through what you're going through, all right? There's always gonna be a teacher. Well, he's gone right now, Mr. Cherry. There's always gonna be a principal. Dr. Davis was my teacher. He's y'all principal now, but it's people like that that saw me and encouraged me to walk a better life. Because when I decided that I was gonna partake in underage drinking, it disturbed my behavior, made me more angry. I was unfocused. I missed days out of school. You know, my GPA started dropping. I graduated honors, but it disturbed me. I couldn't think properly. I was angry. I reacted in ways that hurted me instead of helped me. And I saw that when I got kicked out of Monroe City school system and they wouldn't allow me in. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Now I have to go and plead and go before a board and try to get accepted into another school system because now they're labeling me as a menace. I'm in and out of Green Oaks. I'm in and out of trouble. But people are only gonna help you when you wanna help yourself. Okay? So I need for y'all to love yourself. If you don't do anything else, to love yourself and believe that better days are gonna come. Don't put anything in your body that's gonna hurt you, right? And don't be around people who encourage you to hurt yourself. All right? I want you to recognize what love is and hold on to that. I want you to walk in light, okay? Because like I said, I'm from Tanglewood. Y'all know what Tanglewood is, right? All right. I'm from Tanglewood. Before then, I'm from across the tracks on AQ on Egan Street. Okay? I lived on Wilson Street. Y'all know where these neighborhoods at. I walked all up and through Booker T. So I've been there, done that, and I'm not too much older than y'all. Just like around 17, 16, 15 years old, older than y'all, depending on who you are, you know, your age. So I'm here, you know, as living proof that you can overcome whatever you're going through. There's gonna always be some light in your darkness, but you have to search for that light. You have to believe in greater. I stand here now I have my bachelor's from Grambling State University. I have my master's from Louisiana State University, Shreveport. I have several credentials. I've not only been blessed to make myself a multimillionaire, but I've also helped several others accomplish the same thing. I have over 500 and some people in my organization. That's just one of them. We have a nonprofit out here in the community that we're serving the kids and encouraging you all to do better. So there's always hope. There's always hope, okay? But y'all have to really, 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 really begin to love yourself, okay? And that means you have to protect yourself from negative thoughts, negative actions, negative influences, negative energies. Can you do that? Can you promise yourself that you're gonna love yourself enough to not cheat yourself out of the quality of life that you deserve to have, that you desire to have? That's my challenge to you all. I want to reach somebody. If I can't reach everybody, let me at least reach somebody to encourage you all to not fall victim to negative influences that surround you. Because that's very important. Because I didn't have it inside of my home. I had to go find it elsewhere out there, but I seeked and I found it. I found encouragement. I found love. I found people that believed in me, positive influences. But you're only gonna get what you truly desire and what you truly seek, okay? And it starts with telling so-and-so, I'm not coming today. If this is what we're doing, if we about to go drink and sit up and be negative or talk negative or interact in negative activities, I'm not going. I'm not on that. I'm not with that. I have no desire to do that. I want y'all to look forward to opportunities that can help better your life and the people that you love life. Opportunities that won't end you, the end result is not jail. The end result, is not death. It's not causing harm to anyone else or yourself. There are so many different positive avenues that you can take. And don't be afraid to lose somebody that is trying to take you down. And realize, seriously, we get attached. We do this thing that's called trauma bonding. Oh, you ain't got no daddy, I ain't got no daddy, let's be friends and let's click up and drink. Oh, your mama doing this, my mama doing this, let's click up and drink. Oh, you ain't got no cable, I ain't got no cable, let's go steal somebody's. We don't want to do that. And I'm being honest, because I was there. I know poverty thinking because I was there. I had to overcome it. But that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you. It's not going to help you or the people that you claim that you love. You have to do things and put yourself in positions to win and put yourself in a position to where people can see that you are helping yourself and that you desire to help others, okay? Because I know y'all have heard about me. Y'all see me walking these halls. Y'all see me here. And I just want to remind you all that I am no better than you. I am at your reach. So if I can do it, you can do it, right? Like, literally, I was sitting in these seats just like y'all 17, 16 years ago, listening to somebody encourage me to be better. And I did. I took another route, and look at me now. Okay?
Our keynote speaker on today is Big Al Cherry. Big Al Cherry is an international gospel, hip-hop, R&B recording artist and motivational speaker from Northeast Louisiana. He has traveled the globe, entertaining audiences of all ages, races, and cultures with music, speaking, and even comedy. As a graduate of Grambling State University with a bachelor's degree in mathematics, Big Al has always been an anomaly and had a knack for breaking stereotypes. a former high school calculus teacher and a former program director and morning show host of KBYO 92.7 FM. Big Al has an uncanny way of reaching any audience with a wealth of knowledge and experience coupled with his love for all people. Thank you.
Good morning. Let me start by saying I want to get a few housekeeping things out of the way. Number one, can we show some love to Leslie and to Macy for sharing with us this morning? I want to let you all know right off the bat that I wasn't trying to be special when I came out from the side. I don't know who decided to put these signs right beside these tables, and there's no way I was going to get all of this through that little space without knocking something over, so I was like, let me walk around before we do this. I'm very excited to be here this morning because I am actually a graduate of Carroll High School. I graduated in the incredible class of 1996. And I finished salutatorian in that class, and in that class, all of the fellows were at the top of the class. So the Val and the Sal and most of the top 10 were all fellows. And I'm very glad to be back here to Dr. Davis and the entire faculty and staff. My roots are here. And even more so, some of you all may know my baby brother is here as well. His name is Coach Dave. And so I'm very excited to be able to share with y'all today. All right, so here's the deal. The theme for our youth summit is becoming the GOAT. And I want to talk to y'all this morning about 4 GOATs, 4. Now, 2 of them last night we saw battling it out on TV. Boy, I mean, that's really difficult, but it's okay for you to say. But I'm gonna tell you why. There were 2 GOATs that were battling it out last night, and of course, you know, some of you all may know them, LeBron James and Steph Curry. 2 GOATs battling out. Now listen, here's the thing. We know GOAT to be an acronym, greatest of all time, but I actually want to talk about GOATs. Now, let me tell you something that you may not know about a GOAT, the animal a GOAT. Number one, there are 2 types of GOATs. There's a GOAT that's domesticated, which means that this particular GOAT, you know what I'm saying, is raised on a farm. People feed the goat, it gets to graze, it gets to eat the finest foods, it gets to do the best things. But then there's something called a mountainside goat. This is the wild goat. He out on the mountain, he in the rough, he doing his thing in the wild. I started thinking to myself, I said, you know what, it's so crazy that you got 2 types of goats. You got goats that grow up in great situations and great families, or you got goats that get it out the mud. And I started thinking about it. I said, man, LeBron James got it out the mud. He's from Akron, Ohio. He's from the hood, single-parent home, don't know who his daddy is. He doing his thing. But then Chef Curry got both of his parents there. His dad is in the NBA. His mom is a former volleyball player. Like, they got this good family structure. So you got one from a single-parent home, one from a dual-parent home, one that's actually living in a good life, one that's getting it out the mud, but both of them are goats. So I started thinking about a 3rd goat. You're looking at him. Now, you say how? Let me tell you how. Number one, I'm from the East. Oh, facts. Listen to me very carefully. Born and raised, watch this, born and raised right over there on Gayton Street. My mama still lives there. Now listen to me very carefully. When I started thinking about what my life was, some of you all may even know my dad. My dad is a man who drives a 4-wheeler with a police uniform on every football game. His name is Officer Cherry. Now, see, here's the thing that you don't know, though. My dad, very well-respected police officer in this community, my dad did not live on Gaten Street with me. My dad had remarried and had an entirely different family while I was coming up over here on the east. So, see, you have to understand that here I was being raised on the east in a single-parent home until my stepfather came along. But then even when he came along, it was still a single-parent home. And so I was thinking to myself, I was like, yo, I kind of had the best of both worlds. I had good parenting, but I had to get it out the mud. So then I started thinking about this. I said, here's the second thing about goats that you probably don't know. Goats have rectangular pupils. Let me tell you what a goat can do. A goat can look straight ahead and see 320 to 340 degrees all around his body. The only thing he can't see while looking this way is what's directly behind him. Listen to me very carefully. The reason why the goat can see everything out here and not so much what's behind him is because what's in front of him is way more important than anything that's behind him. So listen to me real quick when I say this. I started thinking about it. I say, what's in front of LeBron? A championship. What's in front of LeBron? Going into the Hall of Fame. What's in front of LeBron? Seeing his children be successful. What's also in LeBron's periphery? Actually seeing other people elevated. He's actually starting schools. He's doing all these great things in his community, just like Macy. And so what happened was, it's like, whoa, this man is really, oh my gosh, and his future is all that. Everything in front of him is way more important than the stuff that's behind him. The situation that he came out of in Akron, him being from a single-parent home, all of that is behind him. It's necessary, it's information, but it doesn't matter. Because what's in front of him is more important. Same thing with Chef Curry. What's in front of him? What's in front of him is a championship. What's in front of him? The Hall of Fame. What's in front of him? All the organizations that he started to benefit people, to help students, to help families. All of that's in front of him. What's behind him? What's going on in his family? Because you may not know, his parents got divorced. But here's the deal. What's behind you is incredibly insignificant to what's in front of you. So let me talk about that third goat. See, what's in front of me is everything that I see that's beautiful about Monroe, Louisiana. And that's all y'all. And I agree with you. But let me tell you something. What's behind me? What's behind me is of little importance, but I'm going to tell you what's behind me is this right here. Yeah, I'm a product of a broken home. Yeah, I grew up where my mom was raising me until my stepdad came along. When my stepdad came along, we got introduced to some things. Say, what you get introduced to? We got introduced to domestic violence. We got introduced to drinking. We got introduced to smoking when my stepdad came along. And here was the deal. What happened was me being influenced and in that environment, for the first time I saw my mom physically abused. For the first time I got abused. And then on top of that, at 9 years old, one day after we had a fight with him, put him out the house, I said, yo, he left his whole case of Budweiser. So I said to myself, I wonder what that tastes like. So I took a can in the backyard on Gaten Street, popped the can, threw it back, and I was like, this tastes good. So I went back and got another one. And another one. I got another one. No lie. At the age of 9 years old, in one setting, I consumed 9 cans of beer. It created in me an insatiable appetite to have alcohol every single day of my life. So when I got to Carroll Junior High, where Jimmy Jones was the principal, when I got to Carroll Junior High, when Gustavia Evans was the legend in the science department, when I got to Carroll Junior High, every single day before school started, I stopped at Triple S. Now, some of y'all may not know what Triple S is, but it's the grocery store that they closed down that's right across from the Bulldog stand. It's right there. They closed it down. There was a man who stood out there every morning. I took him $5, and he went in the store and brought me a pint of Jack Daniels. Walking from that store to Carroll Junior High, I drink the pint. And I go in the classroom, and I make straight A's. And talk about your mama. But on top of that, what was crazy was nobody ever thought that I had a drinking problem because I hit it with two things. I had a 4.0 and these dimples. Don't look at them too hard. They're foolish. You feel me? But what happened was nobody saw beyond the fact that I was successful on tests and I had a great personality and I made people laugh that I was hurting and killing myself. So then all of that stuff started to fester and I started to get depressed, but I would come in here and I would perform. I would get on my test and I would perform. And I got to the high school and here it was. I'm performing and I'm doing what y'all want and I'm doing what everybody wants and I'm having a good time. And all of a sudden, life hit me really hard. And one day, at the age of 15 years old, I left Carroll High School. I did not go to the junior high, get on the bus, and ride with Mr. McKee. I decided to walk home. So I walked down Renwick Street. I went over the overpass. I went down Renwick Street. I cut through, went up Owl Street, then went to Gate Street, walked in the front door of the house, walked in, spoke to my grandma, went to the kitchen, pulled the utensil drawer out, pulled out the biggest, sharpest butcher knife we had, and started sewing my wrist wide open. 15. Straight A student at Carroll High School, 15. All this is going on, drinking every single day, 15. But you know what? That's the least of who I am because of the greatness that's in front of me. Now watch this. Third thing you probably don't know about goats. Goats got 4 stomachs. I know y'all saying, you really a goat then, Big Al. Your dad is too. No, I'm sorry. Listen. So here's what I'm just joking. So here's what happened. A goat got 4 chamber stomachs so that they can be able to digest everything that they are thrown at and everything that they eat. And here's what I started realizing. I said, you know what? I was thinking about LeBron James. I was thinking about Steph Curry. All of the criticism, all of the things that people say about them, they got to be able to stomach it. They got to be able to take it. They got to be able to take you saying Steph Curry ain't no GOAT. They got to be able to take you saying LeBron James is not the greatest of all time. They got to be able to stomach that. They got to be able to stomach you talking about his kid's ugly. You got to stomach that. You got to stomach him saying Bronny really ain't that. You got to stomach that. I started thinking about this guy. I had to stomach all of the stuff that was going on in my family, in my neighborhood. I had to stomach it. I had to learn how to take it. I had to learn how to not let it affect me. I had to learn how to digest it and move on. Fourth and final thing about goats, which y'all probably don't know. When goats are growing, people don't call them goats. They call them kids. This is the reason why LeBron James is known as the kid from Akron. A goat is a kid. That's the reason why they keep referring to Chef as babyface assassin. People still call me Alpha Jr. If you're from the hood, people call me Skeet. Ain't that right, Terrence? This is what happens. It's like no matter what you do in life, you start to realize I still got room to grow. And let me tell you what I want you to do. I want you to understand that there's nothing wrong with being a kid. Because being a kid puts you in position to be led, to be taught. You heard Leslie say that your brain continues to grow and develop up until you're 25. I'm well past 25, and I'm still growing and developing. You know why? Because not only do I have some great people in my periphery, but I go to therapy. It's what I do to help keep myself together. So I started thinking to myself, I said, you know what? It just dawned on me. I told you I was going to talk about 4 goats. I said LeBron and Steph. I said myself, the 4th goat is you. Listen to me. Listen to me. You heard Mason say it, and I'm going to say it to you. I started out my freshman year on this side of the room. My sophomore year on that side of the room. My junior year back there. And my senior year right here. Now, just to let you know, something exciting that's happening for me in just a few weeks, and these are people that y'all may not care about, your mama and them know them, but y'all don't know them. But in a couple of weeks, I'm actually flying to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and going on a 7-day cruise where I will be performing with the likes of Lauryn Hill and with the Isley Brothers and Uncle Charlie Wilson and all this stuff. Yeah. On the Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage Cruise, this is my 6th year for them booking me to perform there and to actually speak there this year. But here's what's crazy about it. I'm from the East. I'm from Booker T. I went to Carroll Junior High School. I graduated from Carroll High School. You don't think I'm a GOAT? You don't think you're a GOAT? I want you to know, here's the thing. What's in front of you is way better than what's behind you. You were built to stomach the things that this world is going to throw at you. Please also know that where you're going is so much more important than where you've been. When y'all leave Carroll High School, what's ahead is way more important than right here. But what you'll get a chance to do every now and again is look back and reflect on how and where you came from. And if I may end by saying this, please forgive me. There's really only one GOAT. The greatest of all time is who I've given my life to. I follow him every day. I do. I follow God every day of my life. And along with therapy, the way that I have changed my perception and the way I have become a GOAT is by understanding that I am always his kid. I am a child of God. And because I'm made in his image and he's the greatest of all time, I know I'm a GOAT. And I know y'all are GOATs too. God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much. We're going to have a great time this morning. We got some more things coming your way. But if you're excited about everything that's happening at the Youth Summit, let me hear y'all make some bulldog noise one time. Yeah.
You say you got some prizes to give away, or something like that? I think they say they got some prizes to give away. Who wants some prizes? Who wants some prizes? Now listen, this is what we're going to do. They asked for 5 people to come up here. 5 participants. 5 participants. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. All right, come on. That's 2 right there. Come on, give me some over here. Come on, just run down. Just run down. Whoever come first. Whoever come first. All right, that's 4. We got one more. One more. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Now, this is what we about to get ready to do. We about to do a jigging contest. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, my mama. They say, where y'all went? What's up with the jig? Come on. Hey, let's go. Hey. Whoa. This is a DJ production. Let's go. Hey, y'all gotta make some noise, man. Y'all gotta turn them up. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. They both went crazy. What y'all think? They both went crazy. How many that you say it can only be 1 winner? 3 winners? Oh, it was only 2 people there. Do girls? Okay, come on. What they say they want some girls. They say they need some girls. What's up? What they get? Oh yeah, make sure they get their prizes. We don't got no girls, no girls. Shelly, this way y'all lit. Come on. Oh man. They say they tired. Y'all tired? Y'all know how to jig? What you do? What you do then? You know I get sturdy. What you do? What y'all do then? Y'all want that? Hey DJ Twin, give us some of this. Give us some of that right there. Come on, give me some girls. Give me some girls. Y'all better, you better. They ain't trying to do nothing. I don't think they want the prizes. I don't think they want them prizes. You can save my prize. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, that's the team. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. The staff coming up. No, I'm just messing with you. No. That's what I'm talking about. I like this energy right here. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Bow, bow, bow. Damn. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, make sure she get another prize. Hey, make sure you get another prize. Now listen, DJ, cut the beat. Cut the beat. I don't know what, I thought this was Carroll. Twin. Ain't this your school, Twin? I thought they be getting lit up here, Twin. Ain't no money involved. Ain't no money involved, man. Ain't no money. You ain't got no money. I ain't doing nothing. Hey, listen. How y'all doing? Y'all feeling good today? I say y'all feeling good today. What's up? Oh, my mom, look, y'all gotta talk to me. I like energy. I like good vibes. I like, you feel me? We done came all the way out here from LA. We came all the way from LA to come make sure y'all come turn up today, all right? Now listen, let me tell y'all something. We started G.O.A.T at Southern University. Anybody know what Southern University is? NBR. What you want? Look, I went to Southern University. I started G.O.A.T. We make fitness fun again. We took the jigging style dancing. Oh, my mama. And we made it into fitness. We made it into a workout. And now we travel the whole world. I'm talking about the whole world. Like not just Louisiana, like the whole world. And we get people lit while they get fit. But I don't want to talk too much about it. I want to really show y'all what we do. So can I could teach y'all a little something? Just like real slight. Real slight? Now, cheerleaders, I'm going to need y'all help. Can y'all come on stage with me? I need some energy. You got to pump it up. All right, cool. Appreciate y'all. Listen, y'all can just line up right here on my mom. Now, everybody else, we can take a stand up. Everybody else stand up. Everybody stand up. Everybody take a seat. Get up. Everybody stand up. Get up from your seats. Get up. Y'all look tired. It's Friday, bro. It's Friday. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. It's Friday. Now, the first move that we're going to do, I'm going to say, if you're ready to jig, clap 2 times. On my mama, you're going to clap 2 times. So look, let's try that. We're going to do that 4 times on my mama. If you're ready to jig, clap 2 times. Oh, that look like the church claps. I don't want to see no church claps. Church is Sunday. Today is Friday. Feel good Friday. You better, oh my mama, wake me up. Turn me up. If you're ready to jig, clap 2 times. If you're ready to jig, clap 2 times. If you want to jig, clap 2 times. If you're ready to jig, clap 2 times. All right, on my mama, so that's the first move. Now the next move is a rock, all right? Now everybody, we're going to rock. 1, 2, 3, 4. They like, oh man, we ain't doing all that. Now listen, we're going to rock, all right? We're going to rock. 1, 2, 3, take it up. Hey, 1, 2, 3, take it low, let's go. 1, 2, 3, take it up, let's go. 1, 2, 3. So we got them 2 moves. We got that last one. I'm gonna teach you one more move, last one. Now this next move I like to call all around the world. We're gonna get low like this. Get low on my mom. Now you're gonna bring this leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What number did I clap on? 7 on my mama. So we're gonna do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On my mama, you see my arms though? Do you see the arms? You gotta make sure you're flapping them, all right? On my mama, let's do it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On my mama. So we got 7 this way. We're gonna do 7 that way, all right? Let's do it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got right side, left side. Then we're gonna go right side, left side again. Y'all got me? Y'all got me? On my mind, let's do it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's on my mama when you do it. Do it when you do it. Do it when you, oh, how you do it when you do it. On my mama. Now, after that, we're going to do a little freestyle. Y'all going to freestyle for me? We're going to go one by one. What you mean? One by one. I need some energy. What you mean? Turn me up. You can do a little. You feel me? DJ Twin. Hey, give me that, tag me in. We gonna try, can we try out the music? We gonna try out the music? All right, we gonna try out the music. Let's just do it relaxed this time. Come on, DJ. Let's see if they got it. Let's go. Let's go, she ready.
Touchdown.
Whoa. If you want a G,
clap 2 times. If you ready to G, clap 2 times. If you ready
we about to rock it, rock. You better run.
Make them G, go G.
Take it up.
Let me in, take me in.
Take it low.
Let me in,
hey.
take me in.
That's on my mom, bro. How you do it?
Take me in, take me in. Now bust it. Bust it. Hey. Bust it. Let me in.
Freestyle, let's go. You better do it when you do it. Do it when you do it. Do it when you do it. DJ, stop the beat. Stop the beat. DJ, stop the beat. Stop the beat. We in class. I want you to give me all you got, all right? Now, we made sure they got it. They got it, right? They got that joint. Now we gotta hit that joint. We gotta put some energy behind it. We gonna do it for real. DJ, turn me up.
Touchdown. If you want a G, clap 2 times. If you ready to G, clap 2 times. If you ready to G, clap 2 times. I make them G, go G, go G. Let me in, take 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 me in. Now bust it, bust it, bust it. Let me in, take me in, and watch me bust it. Now cut off with that cut off, cut off with that cut off, cut off with that cut off, man, cut off with that cut off, cut off with that cut off. Got me back with that. Take me in, let me in, and watch me turn off. Now get you one, 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 now get you one. It's really done, it's really done, it's really done, it's really done. Now get you two, now get you two. It's really on, it's really on. Same bow, bow, bow. Same bow, bow, bow. Right leg, left leg, yeah with the yeah. 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 Hopscotch, 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 hopscotch. G with your boy like hopscotch, 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 hopscotch. Now G acapella.
Hey, tell me up one time, tell me up. Y'all like that, y'all like that? Oh, my mom, Hey, we at Carroll High School. I'm feeling good. I always love coming to Monroe, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all got some energy, you feel me? DJ Twin, how you feeling?
Come on, let's go. Hey!
At this time, we will now have our panel questions. Our first question will be asked by one of our student ambassadors.
Hello, I'm Caitlin Harris. Did you know about the negative consequences of underage drinking as a youth? What kept you from participating in activities like that? And if you did, what made you stop?
Well, y'all can hear me? That's good? First, I didn't understand, I didn't know anything much about underage drinking when I was underage. That wasn't a big thing for us, but y'all have a lot of resources right now that's giving you guys the game as far as what not to do and what to do. The thing, people were just going for broke, when I was young, and we didn't have all of these different organizations coming to our school and coming to talk to us about certain situations like that. So I was a victim to underage drinking. I did try different things because I was peer pressured. I wanted to be, fit in with my friends. I wanted to be the cool kid, you know what I'm saying? So yes, I did it. And it threw me off a lot of it, It threw me off a lot of it. But something, what I want you to remember is that you have to make sure that you got good, positive people. As much as the negative people that you got around you, make sure you got 2 times as much of that. So that way you'll be able to get out of those situations when you don't know that you're even in them. Okay? Right.
Do we all answer?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. I can go. You want me to go? Yeah. Okay. You got it? Okay, cool. Yeah. So look, did I know the negative circumstances with underage drinking? Of course I did. I grew up, I see my uncles, my dad, all of them get drunk. They either start fighting or they start beating one of us. You know what I'm saying? I never got whooped, but they used to beat my little brothers and stuff. And that stuff used to hurt. Because I'm like, I can't even save them. This guy's drunk out of his mind. Now, did that stop me from drinking? Underage drinking? No, it didn't. But you know what? You know what made me stop? The one day I made my mama cry. The one day I made my mama cry, I never did that again. And let me tell you what I did. So we went to go get all this liquor. You know how we got the liquor? We lied. My uncle. No, this is how we got all the liquor. We got my high school friends. We all got up together, and we were like, let's go fundraise and lie to the people and tell them that we're graduating in about a week. We're raising up for a graduation. You know how much money we raised? Guess how much money we raised? $2,500, $2,500. $2,500 that we went to go spend on liquor. We went to go enjoy the party. I came home hungover. I got into an argument with my mom. My mom started crying. Like, whenever you feel that, whenever you love someone that much, a lot, and you hurt them by your actions, I'm telling you, realization hits a lot more than regret. Because once you realize something, you can't go back to it. And if you go back to it, you know what that's called? Insanity. And I don't think anybody here is insane. Is anybody insane in here? Facts. But yeah, man. Chill on the underage drinking. Chill out. Just chill out.
So for me, when did I know the negative consequences of underage drinking as a youth? I want to say I was ignorant to it. I saw the consequences of, what it did to people around me, but for some reason I'm young and I'm still invisible, like it's not me, maybe them, or maybe I'm in control. So I didn't realize the negative consequences that it can affect me. What kept me from participating in activities like this is my will and my desire to want more out of life. I wanted to be able to participate in track. I wanted to dance. I wanted to be able to cheer. I did not want my GPA dropping below 3.0. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to make it out of the hood. So that is what stopped me, because I realized when I participated in underage drinking, I was not my best self. I could not perform the best. And if I can't perform the best on the track or in softball, there's no way I can get a scholarship offer. If I cannot concentrate in school and make these grades, score my ACT, get my GPA up, then there's no way I'm going to go to college. And if I don't do that, then that means I'm going to be stuck in this hood and become a statistic. And I refuse to be a statistic. I refuse to be what I despise. So that is what stopped me, and that is what motivated me to not participate in underage drinking.
So for me, and I just want to say that this is a full circle moment for me, because I actually taught Macy in high school. She was one of my brightest pupils. And everything that she's saying to y'all is like 1,000% true about everything she said. And to see where she is right now is just amazing. The negative consequences that I saw growing up, of course, was, my stepdad, he would do the same thing. He would get violent. But that was it. Other than that, I didn't look at drinking like it was negative, because it seemed like everybody had a good time when they drunk. So I started drinking, of course, like I told y'all earlier, when I was 9, and I learned the negative consequences, and one of them was, of course, becoming chemically dependent upon it, and it actually aided and added to me being clinically diagnosed with depression. And this is one of the reasons why, I am currently, still in therapy, and as well, doing things to actively keep myself away from it. I'm grateful to say that, when I turned 16 years old, That's when I became a Christian, for real. And my relationship with the Lord is what actually started me on the journey of sobriety. And so for me, it was more of a religious decision initially. But then, of course, as I grew and I understood, it was like, man, I was really poisoning my body. And the thing of it was that I was doing it excessively. And that's the thing. A lot of the times, you know, we'll get up. Can I just be real for a minute? We'll get up here and tell y'all don't drink and then half us drink. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to do that. What we're trying to tell you is, you know, a lot of the times when you are so young, you'll make decisions where you don't understand limitation. And so what we're trying to get you to understand is wait until you have matured enough, you know what I'm saying, in age and in thought process. And if you know, do that in, you know, in certain spaces that you don't do it in excess. I was abusing it as a young person. That's the reason why I would tell any young person, like, chill, like, don't even do it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm very grateful that my relationship with the Lord and, you know what I'm saying, my current active therapy sessions, you know, are things that help me stay up and stay away from things like that.
I think one thing about the negative effect of alcohol, you talk about what it does to you, but it also does so many things to the people around you. And people don't talk about, you get in the car with somebody who's been drinking and driving, what can happen? You get pulled over, you get arrested, you get a DWI, or worse, you crash, you get into a car wreck, you can take somebody else's life because of your harmless decisions and your negative effects with alcohol. That is something that can really affect you. My mom always tells me that every single person, one thing that everybody has in common is that we are one decision away from kind of ruining our life. And I think that alcohol is the perfect decision of crossing that line of having too much to drink. And then now we're in a situation where you're going to think, gosh, I wish I just hadn't done that. And the results could be much different. And one thing that is super important, it is so important, of who you surround yourself with. Because if you surround yourself with negative people who encourage you to do negative things and are not good influences around you, you're going to do those negative things. But if you are around people who are positive influences and encourage you to make good decisions, then you'll want to make good decisions. You'll want to be better.
Right. And guys, don't drink till you pass out. There's a such thing called as alcohol poisoning. Y'all know that, right? Don't poison yourself. That's all I got.
Okay, our next question is asked by another student ambassador.
Hey, I'm Michaela, and our question to you is, what are some ways people have tried to persuade you to do things that you knew weren't right, and what did you do in the situation?
You gonna go first? Yeah, I'll go first. They used to, okay, one, you know the guys, you know, they be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop being you know what I'm saying? They gonna try to make you feel bad. But somebody who has self-control, somebody who has self-awareness, somebody who's in control of their own mind and in control of their own body, they got the strength to say no. And that's what it all comes down to. Can you say no? Can you say, nah, I'm gonna chill today, bro, but y'all good. Y'all gonna do your thing. Because one thing you can't do, you can't tell anybody else what to do. You can give them some advice, but you're not gonna sit there and change their mind. So don't fall into that trap. Don't get yourself feeling like, oh, I gotta do this. You don't gotta do nothing. But be great and be the greatest of all time.
Facts.
Yeah. And if anybody's not adding to that or giving you value, bye. Simple as that. Not in no negative way, not in no mean way, but just to make sure that I'm good. Make sure that you're good. Can't no one think straight with a drunk mind.
And just to piggyback on what he said, man, just to give you a story about myself, like, I grew up in the hood. I'm from South Park, Houston, Texas. And like, growing up, dancing wasn't cool. Dancing cool now, like, y'all, like, we dance and TikTok and make money and stuff now. But when I was growing up, dancing wasn't cool. So I used to have to go surround myself around, you know, the people that, like, you know, that was on the block and they did all that. So that way I wouldn't have that stereotype of, oh, they go to dancing guys, they're friendly. You know what I'm saying? No, it wasn't that type of party. You know what I'm saying? So I used to have to go around those people, but in the midst of me going around those people, and so that way I won't have that look upon myself. I was peer pressure. I made sure I did everything that they had. Everything they did, I did. Because I didn't want to be looked at like, oh, he will, he ain't gonna do that. You scary, you this, you know? I ain't never wanted to be looked at like that. But one day, I finally was like, nah, I'm good on it. And just to see like how they reacted, they were like, cool, you don't need this anyway, you gonna be a star. You know what I'm saying? Just like, They was looking at me different, and I wasn't even looking at myself different. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people see potential in you that you don't even see in yourself. And a lot of times you will be around those people that they gonna make you indulge in this stuff, but they really see potential in you, and they really like, why are you doing this? But they gonna let you do it until you come up, until you be this man or woman that you are, and say, nah, I'm good. You gotta stand 10 toes. And ever since then, I don't care about what nobody got to say about me dancing, about me smiling, about me nothing. Because I make money and I enjoy it and I change other people's lives. You get what I'm saying? And that's a gift that God gave to me. On my mind.
You know, people will always be like in the moment, they'll be like, come on, it'll be fun. It won't be that big of a deal. Like, it's okay. Like, don't worry, it's fine. And then you do it, and then it's like actually kind of a big deal because it makes you feel some type of way. And it's usually not a good kind of way, you know? And so I think that's really important. But one thing, how to get out of it, or what to do, is don't be afraid to get out of the situation. Do not be afraid to leave. Be a leader and like get out of the situation because you know you're better than that. Because it will affect you down the road.
I'll be honest and tell y'all that I was the person that put pressure on people.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be real. I mean, real talk. We were going to a play at the Strauss Theater, and I came here to Carroll High School with it in my book bag. We walked in through the front door. My boy Mike, Trey, all them. I was like, y'all meet me in the bathroom. And they was like, what? Meet me in the bathroom. So we go in the bathroom. So before we went to the play, we went in there and we threw them back. And we went there to the play, and man, we were snoring, sleep during the whole thing. It smelled like, I don't know if you've been around people that drink and then they snore and how the room smelled. Had the whole theater smelling real crazy, you know, and I was one of those people that would pressure them in that way. But here was the thing, whenever I started to make positive changes in my life, I just redirected the pressure. So I still apply pressure, but it's different now. You feel me? My pressure that I apply now is like, yo, we trying to live good, live long, live healthy, you know what I'm saying, love people. That's just it. You know what I mean? So the way that I, you know, have changed the way I put pressure on people is different, but I actually was that person. So if you are that person, let me encourage you right now, switch your approach. Apply pressure in a different way. Don't pressure people to do things that you know are destructive or things that are disrespectful, that are rude, or things that are cause them harm. And I'm pretty sure all of us see success in that.
Yes, that's, I want to piggyback off that because I have also been one of the people that apply pressure and been a negative influence, but I've also have had those influences around me that have pressured me to participate in activities that were harmful. Again, when I changed my outlook and changed what I wanted out of life for myself, I began to also come back and offer those same opportunities to people so that they can also redeem themselves, you know, rejuvenate themselves and become better people so that we can also influence others to do more positive things. When people used to try to pressure me, you really couldn't. Either I want to do it or I don't do it. Most of the time, I've always been a leader, but there have been times that I may have like older family members that I wanted to have acceptance from, and I participate in things. But like I said, as I became more self-loving and self-preserving of myself, I was able to be like, no, I'm good. You know, I don't care if you call me lame. I don't care if you call me weak. I don't care if you call me, you know, a sellout or whatever. Like I would tell them, you just won't call me broke, disgusting. You know, you won't be able to call me those things. I'll be lame. You know, I'll be boring. I'll be all those things, but do not leave out me being successful, me being life-changing, you know, me being a game changer. So it's okay, you know, if you were that person or if you are that person currently, but just remember, like Mr. Cherry said, it's what's ahead of you, not what's behind you. All right, and you just continue to build on what's ahead of you, and after a while, what's behind you, it's not even a memory, you just forget about it, you know?
Thanks.
Hey, my name is April, and my question is, college is a whole new world and a new level of independence. What helped you stay focused and away from using substance like alcohol?
Well, I'll tell you that you're in college to get an education, and having fun is just a plus, but that's why you're there. And my end goal is to ultimately graduate and be able to perform. So you have to keep in mind of your end goal, whatever that may be for you, whether you want to go on to be a professional athlete, if you want to go to med school, law school, whatever it may be, you have to keep your end goal in mind, because along the way, you're going to have a lot of options. You're going to have a lot of temptations. Like I said earlier, it's a whole new world out there in college. I think we can all speak to that. There are a lot, wow, it's great in a lot of ways because there's a lot of opportunities, but there's a lot of temptations that come with that. So you got to stay that straight and narrow path.
Man, yeah. As far as college, look, when you go to college and you move out of your mom's house, your daddy's house, your granny's house, it don't even matter. When you're in college in your own dorm room, in your own room, and they give you them keys, you got freedom. Yeah. You don't gotta come home at a certain time. You don't gotta. If you don't want to go to class, you don't gotta go to class. But when does that ever help anybody? When does not being productive ever make anybody great? You know what I'm saying? Whenever you have that sense of freedom, you gotta control yourself. What comes great power comes great responsibility. You got to be responsible in your decision making. Am I gonna go to every party every night? Am I gonna drink or take a shot every day before I go to class? What am I gonna do? I'm only saying that because I've seen my friends and I partake in some of that too. Right before finals, one of the biggest sets of the semester. Amazing. I'm out at the day party. They got day parties. At the day party. Ain't no more night parties. They couldn't wait. They want to do it in the day. So guess what? We go into the day party and then we go into class. And you know what I am in class? A clown. A clown. I am a clown because I am not paying attention to what they're talking about. I'm just not focused. I'm not me. And that's the worst thing that you could possibly do, is not be you.
Go ahead.
You know, when I got to college, yeah, it was a whole new world. What helped me kind of stay focused though, was one, I had a group of fellas around me. We all had the same thought process. We all had the same kind of end goal. We wanted to make sure we got out of college and we did well. The other thing that kept me, you know, of course, I've talked about, and those guys were part of a campus ministry that I was in, and so we kind of, you know, held each other accountable. Another thing that really kind of helped me was like just keeping it a buck. My girlfriend. Yeah, come on. You know what I mean? Like, she graduated from Carroll too, you heard. And she was a year older than me, so she was already at the G, and so I went to the G, and I was trying my best to like not lose her. You feel me? So she never was into any of the stuff. She wasn't even from around here. She moved here during her high school life, and I just, you know, wanted to impress her and keep her, and it was just things that she didn't like. And so not only the accountability from my boys, but me wanting to be with this girl and her being, that's really why I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's very important who you link with. Yeah. It's very important who you link with, because if you know what I'm saying, you're gonna link with somebody that's gonna take you up or bring you down. And I be trying to tell people, I'm protecting my peace at all costs. So if you try to bring me down, I gotta cut you loose, baby boy, baby girl, it's out of there. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I was really trying to impress her and stay with her. And so those were the two things that really kind of kept me focused while I was in college.
I want to speak on what helped keep me focused. I was a teenage parent. So my senior year in high school, even though I was Miss Richwood, I was walking around with a stomach. So I graduated in May, had my baby in June, started college in August, right? Because I refused to be a statistic. So I really had no time to really participate in things that would not bring me any value. Because now I have, because of my decisions with underage drinking, I end up pregnant, right, on my homecoming night, and then end up having a baby. So those type of decisions, I'm not aware. I'm thinking I can't get pregnant. It's not going to happen to me. And boom, it happened to me. Like I said, I was Miss Richwood. So I didn't have the independence and the fun that a lot of my classmates got to do, because guess what? I had to work now. Because I didn't have no mama to go stay with and to live off on. I didn't have that family, so I had to work. So I'm working full-time over hours at Chase while also going to school at ULM, right? While also raising a baby on my hip. You get what I'm saying? That changed your life just like that. So I didn't have that childhood, that young adulthood that I got to see many of my, classmates, friends, and people I grew up with, because now my focus is totally shifted. I have to. My success has to be guaranteed. So now I'm surrounding myself with what y'all call now old heads. I'm hanging around everybody who coattail longer than mine. All right, I've got to learn something, because now I got to catch up. Because I done already set myself back by participating in underage drinking, being a teenage mom from Tanglewood. You get what I'm saying? So now I got to work 10 times, 20 times as harder to play catch up. So I didn't have that time. So you just be mindful of the decisions you make, the company you keep. Because if you put yourself in a situation that can set you back, are you willing? Do you even have the work ethic, the heart, the mindset to work through those complications, to work through those struggles, to catch yourself back up, or even get yourself back on the right path? So we're here today, y'all, to really be preventative. To prevent y'all from going through the things that we have had to go through. All right? So we can share our stories to keep y'all from being our story. That's the goal.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, I like that you had me going. I'm like, for real.
Okay, our last question will be asked by another student ambassador.
Hello. Okay, well, we're here. Hello, my name is Naya, and my question is, what does mean a GOAT, the greatest of all time, mean to you?
Being the greatest of all time, what does that mean? That means just walking into your light. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a big competitor. You know what I'm saying? I don't really feel like nobody in competition with me, or I'm not in competition with anybody else, because I'm in my own lane. So that means because I walk in my light. Like, I know this my lane, this me. God gave me my talent, and I'm gonna do this. So when it comes down to just being the greatest of all time, you're greatest. You be the greatest that you can be. You be your great. You know what I'm saying? And whatever that may be to you, you excel at that. You dig what I'm saying? That don't matter. That's not looking at someone else's life, looking at Coach, Cherry life. That's not looking at nobody else's life and comparing yourself to nobody. Just like how he said, LeBron James was the GOAT, Stephen Curry was the GOAT. Two different people in two different situations, two different living situations, but they're walking in their life, in their lane. You dig what I'm saying? And most importantly, while you're doing that, you gotta keep your cheese up. Like, I wanna stand up when I say that, your cheese is your joy and happiness. And when you're doing your thing, you gotta enjoy it. These moments right here, you don't know, this is not promised. My mom is gone. I just put that out there because I lost my parent and I lost my mama, and I didn't think that I was gonna be the one that lost my mama at 45 years old. You know what I'm saying? But every moment that I have, I try to enjoy it. Just like right now. Yeah, we going through this. Y'all didn't want to G with me at first and stuff, but I don't care. I still enjoy the moment. That didn't stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want y'all to do. Walk into your life and enjoy the moment. All right? Sorry about the stand up and stuff. You good?
Right. Being a GOAT, I think it is walking into the divine-filled purpose that you have in your life. And each of us has a calling of what we're supposed to do on our life, whatever that may be. And that looks different for every single one of us. And our path of how we achieve that will also be different for every single one of us. But we all have a purpose on this earth, and it is figuring out what that is and working as hard as we possibly can to achieve that. And there are going to be days where it's really, really hard. And then there's going to be days that are amazing. The day I won Miss ULM, that was the greatest day of my whole life. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then I've been preparing for Miss Louisiana, and there have been many bumps along the road where I've been like, oh my gosh, I am not the girl that should be Miss ULM. This is so hard. This is not right. But I have a purpose of being Miss ULM, and I have a purpose of competing at Miss Louisiana, and every single one of you have a purpose as well. Yes.
Okay, being a GOAT to me is definitely, it starts with a mindset. It starts with a whole mind and spiritual shift. For one, you need to believe that you are the greatest the greatest version of you, and you need to believe that only great things happen for you and to you, okay? So it's a whole embodiment of spirit and mind that you first must have to feel before you can actually see it and act upon it. So I tell people that, like, all the time, if you don't think you're great, then you're not. You have to think and you have to know you're great. Because like he said, people are going to challenge you all the time. You're going to have so many naysayers. Just this morning, I got a random text on my personal number of somebody telling me how I ain't nothing. How I ain't nothing but a poor person from Tanglewood. How I got money, I still ain't nothing. How I ain't this, I ain't that. And guess what? They're hiding behind no name, but I don't care. None of that can faze me because I know that I'm great. And that person that's texting me randomly, they know that I'm great. Thanks. You know, the world knows that I'm great. When I walk into a room, they see my greatness. Yeah. They feel my greatness. Yeah. They see my light.
Who is that?
I always ask people, if you're great, you cannot be afraid to walk through darkness. I'm the light. I'm the light. You can either join in this light and help me shine, or I'm going to blind you.
For my mama.
I'm going to blind you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You cannot be afraid of your greatness. I know it gets overwhelming. I know you feel the pressure. I know you look around and sometimes the people that mean the world to you do you the worst, so you think the world against you. I'm here to tell you the world not against you. And them people that mean the world to you, you just don't have to pray for them and move on and continue to shine your light. If they come with you, they come with you. If they don't, oh well. You got a purpose. You got a light to shine. You got a flock to lead. Shine your light unapologetically.
Yeah. You want to go big out? All right, so what does being the greatest of all time mean to me? I ain't gonna lie to you. The similarities I see, it doesn't matter if you're the fastest. It doesn't matter if you're the strongest. What it comes down to is how much you endure. How much can you take and still perform at your best? Yeah. How much mistakes and just things that we can't control, are they going to stop you? Or are you going to keep going? See, your mind is a muscle too. Not just your arms, not just your legs, not just your abs, not just everything else. Your mind is a muscle. What can you do to work that out? Well, hey, if a negative situation happens to me, I got to push through. Every single GOAT has pushed through. Michael Jordan missed about 100 game-winning shots. What did he do? He still pushed through. Tom Brady didn't win every single Super Bowl he went to, but what did he do? He still pushed through. So you know what you got to do? What you got to do? Push through. What you got to do? Push through. Oh, my mom. Look. And I want to keep it 100 with y'all. Being the GOAT doesn't mean you got to have this status. It doesn't mean you got to have the stats to back you up. It's all about an action and how you take care of the people around you, and most importantly, how you take care of yourself. My business partner, LaDonte lost, like he said, he lost his mom. This is my brother right here. We've been in business. We've been broke together. We've seen money together, and we're still going to make the world change. But you know what he did? He pushed through. Anybody who lost their parents could have just said, hey, I'm done right here. I'm stopping right here. But you can't do that when you're the GOAT. You can't do that when you have your mama and your daddy depend on you. When you have your brothers and sisters depending on you. If you're the oldest, you got to set the example for them. If you're the youngest, you got to make sure, hey, I'm doing it too. Yeah. It don't matter what you are. Just push through and keep your cheese up while you're doing it. Yeah, I'm my mama.
There's really nothing more that I could say than what you've heard from these other people up here on this panel. You know, to hear what Macy just shared and what these two gentlemen just shared and what Leslie shared. You know, I talked to you earlier about being a GOAT means you got to learn how to stomach some things. And it's really, it's really tough. You know, being in front of you guys can be really, really tough sometimes. You know, in every walk of life, you can find yourself facing, adversity and toughness. But like you said, it's how you push through, it's how you persevere, knowing your end game, knowing what you're determined to do. And let me tell you something that somebody told me when I was sitting right there one time. They said this. They said, if you pay now, you can play later. But if you play now, you're going to pay later. Let me tell you something. If I have never encouraged y'all, and this one thing about being the greatest of all time, the greatest that I have in my life right now is joy, is peace, and is love. And that's what I'm sharing. When Macy said that greatness happens for you, and it happens to you, I was like literally almost said amen. Because like I was like, that got me. And it also, to just piggyback on it, it happens through you. Amen. Our desire is for us to share the greatness that's been given to us to you, so that you can know and experience how great you actually are and what greatness lies ahead of you. Because let me tell you something. This man said, keep your cheese up. Yeah. Do you understand that if you lost your mom, some of you all have lost loved ones and parents before, to be able to push through and still have your cheese up after your mom's is gone, like that's a different type of greatness. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I couldn't have been surrounded by greater people this morning, because I actually am starting to learn what it means to enjoy life and walk in this greatness. You know, one of the things that I'm grateful for is these guys have traveled the world. She's about to travel the world. She's definitely been traveling the world. And I have too. And we're all from this small community here in Monroe or small communities in Houston. And it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what's behind you. What matters is what's in front of you. If you look at your life like a car, and you say this, you know, on a car, the biggest piece of glass on the car is the windshield. The smallest piece is the rearview mirror. The reason why, again, what's ahead of you is so much more important than what's behind you. It's okay to look up in the rearview mirror and say, that's what I came out of. But where I'm going to is a whole lot better. You heard me? Thank y'all so much.
Y'all enjoyed yourself?
I just say one last thing real quick. I can say one last thing. Look, when I say push through, and if anything negative happens to you, I'm not saying, okay, I can't feel nothing. I'm not allowed to feel sad. I'm not allowed to feel mad. I'm not allowed to feel these emotions. Feel them. Feel them. Go to them. Learn them. Know what they are, so you know how you feel whenever you're mad and sad. And whenever you get out of it, you got to analyze that whole process to let you know not to go back there again. This is called using your mind. Mindful exercises.
Yes.
Use it. And then push through.
Right.
Can I get it on my mom?
On my mom.
Hey, thank y'all so much. I think this on. Is it on? Can y'all hear me?
We need the mic on.
A little bit. Hey, everybody. So I'm Kay Shanahan. I'm from Northeast Delta's Office of Prevention and Wellness's Opportunity Zone, which is the whole department that basically put this on for you guys. I just want to say thank you for giving us your time today, your attention, your energy. Big thank you to the administration for allowing us to be here. Huge thank you to all of our amazing speakers. I also want to say thank you to the cheerleaders and our student ambassadors. And I hope you guys take something away from this that you're able to apply to your life. So, and again, thank you so much for giving us your attention. We know y'all don't have a lot of it. We know y'all want to be doing other things, but we appreciate you being here. And hopefully you can share some of the things that you learned with somebody else in your life. So thank you so much. Y'all have a good one.
Grief counseling services available for free as part of our opioid grant. If you would like free prevention, evidence-based lessons, or information, please call at 318-362-4617. Thank you.